Dublin city's coast is an oasis from the business of fast city life. It is everyone's desire to spend time along the beautiful beaches, stretching all the way from the south to the north of the county. This week I am visiting an expansive, glamorous home for the super rich. This dream home, designed by architect Ian Smith, incorporates fabulous views of the Howth Peninsula and Dublin Bay. The most important thing for anyone who is thinking of buying a site and employing an architect to design their dream house is to combine all their ideas into a brief, as architect Ian Smith explains. Tell me, did Nadia and Mac, the couple that bought the site, did they give you a very strong brief as to what they wanted?
They were very influenced by what they saw in North America, especially Maine and Connecticut, New England style. So it's not purely New England, it's a style of its own.
For me, the threshold of a house holds a particular importance, because when you cross it, you're being invited into the heart of the house. So I was initially surprised to see such a long and dark hallway when entering into such a grand home. Some very interesting features when you walk through the front door. There's quite a wide hallway and then things take off at an angle, and it somehow matches the external facade, doesn't it?
Yes, well, I mean, inside, interplay between outside and inside, the whole idea of maximising views as you walk through the house. The hallway changes from one side of the house to the other halfway down with the stairs in the middle.
The staircase seems to be a bit of architectural influence. You know, it's quite bespoke.
It's one of the items that was specifically designed for the house. It's Canadian black walnut.
The house is a highly insulated timber frame construction, and it was supplied by an Irish company, A-Frame. But the owners flew in a team of Canadian craftsmen to give the house the New England look they wanted. You know, there's a very interesting ceiling here. Can you tell us about it?
Well, it's a coffered ceiling. It's made out of timber, which gives an interesting effect to the room.
The detailed ceilings have been handmade, which is another example of the craftsmanship involved.
From there we can go on to the double height kitchen.
So you as an Irish architect, did you find it interesting working with a firm who would have a different view on the construction process?
Ireland doesn't have all the solutions to how things are done, so when you see established Canadian builders like ones like showing an interest in doing work here, you can certainly learn a lot from them. So
this is pretty much the most important room of the house. What's interesting is the fact that, you know, there's a lot of light. How did that influence the design of the house?
Well, I think it's a pretty primary element of the design. The northern aspect is spectacular, looking out towards Lambay Island and Ireland's Eye on the Silver Strand. The double height space really takes advantage of the views at two levels.
Normally, a north-facing aspect with so much glass would be considered very unsustainable because of the extensive heat loss. However, a light-drenched mezzanine level could be easily justified when considering the orientation. This area really maximises the views over the beach, and the fact that you've got a seamless handrail and all glazing means that you don't have any interruption shading. The wall here between the garden and the beach, you know, it really is quite high, you know, and you certainly can't see the sea from here.
There's a lot of people that walk up and down the beach, and it just gives that little bit of extra privacy to this section of the garden. There is direct beach access by a circular door, which is pretty much invisible from this side.
The first floor contains 4 very differently styled bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms and interesting views. The house owner designed all the bathrooms with extensive use of mosaic tile finishes in a creative mix of styles. furnishings are an eclectic mix of styles from all over the world.
From the 4 ensuite bedrooms on the first floor level, we come up to the master bedroom ensuite. And this is a walk-in wet room shower area. And it's been tiled out in pearlescent mosaic, and it's really quite a beautiful, unusual feature.
Colours are gorgeous, absolutely.
Yeah.
And here we have a very, very interesting bath. It's great with the television, etc. isn't it?
Yeah, this is a Kohler overflow bath. Water is fed from above.
So it's quite surprising at the end of the bedroom to find this large bath.
It's a bateau-style French bath, and it sits on a pearlescent mosaic frame. I think it's also a fantastic place to actually have a bath looking out on the view.
It really cries out almost for a balcony. So what happened?
You couldn't really get in a balcony at this level. There's much more obvious potential overlooking of neighbouring properties.
The roof comes up right in front of you and it sort of blocks the view a little bit as well. So did you consider dropping that roof and almost making it as a dome or semi-flat or something?
To have the opportunity to see the building from the inside, looking out of it, is a big part of the design. And the high quality copper finishes on the dome is a nice feature.
But it sounds to me like you're almost saying that you're more interested in the outside.
Very aware of the outside when you're inside, and vice versa.
But by the same token, one could almost say that there's almost a clash of styles, maybe too much happening.
You probably could have gone for a more minimalist interior, but we've tried to show off craftsmanship in the house inside and out as much as possible.
While I am impressed by the Canadian and Irish timber frame construction, in my opinion, there is a mix of styles which lack the purity of the intended New England design. It borrows a lot from its Victorian neighbours, and therefore I'm not sure if it completely achieves what it set out to architecturally. However, it was a brave development, and the glam interiors and stunning setting make for a real superstar house in a sought-after location.